Hey you guys, it is me, Laura, from scrapsofencouragement.com, and today I have a really quick tip video for you. A question that I've been getting a lot is, which is better, Stampin Blends or Stampin Write markers? Which one should I be getting? And the answer is that there's not really one that's better than the other. A lot of it just depends on the way you craft and what you're doing. So I'm gonna real quickly show you what you can do with the two. I'm not gonna demonstrate how this is done right now. If you wanna see that, let me know and I can show you some of these in more quick tip videos, but I'm just gonna show you a little bit of why you might choose each one. Stampin' Blends are alcohol markers, and they have a brush tip, and they have a bullet tip, so that you have those two options for coloring. See, bullet and brush. And each color comes in a dark and a light option. So right now, these both are shaded spruce, and there's a shaded spruce light and a shaded spruce dark, and that makes it really easy for you to pick colors and know what works together for blending, because as the name implies, blending is what these are all about. These are markers that you would want to use for coloring. They're permanent markers, so you don't want to use these on your stamps, but these are great for coloring in your images. As you can see, when you color, it gives you a nice flat color that does not streak, it's not streaky or anything like that. And you can also use it for shading. So you can see here I used my dark color and I colored in and shaded down to a lighter color. So this is a really easy way to give your colored images a lot of depth and a lot of pop. And here's an image that I quickly colored using my blends. I just used darker color where I wanted the shadows, and then I came in with the lighter color and blended over it, and it gives your image a lot more depth to it. And so if you're looking for blends, that is primarily what your blends are going to be used for, is coloring, especially coloring larger images. But these are going to give you a really finished look to your coloring. If you're not a colorist, maybe Stampin' Blends are what you, or Stampin' Write markers are what you would like. So Stampin' Write markers also come with two tips. There is the brush tip, which mine is a little messy because I was just doing a technique with it. But that's all right. So you've got your brush tip, and you have your writing tip, which is really good for writing messages in your cards or dressing envelopes in colors that coordinate with Stampin' Up! Colors. This is a brush pen, or sometimes they're called, I think, watercolor markers. I don't know that that's really technically what it is, but that's the idea. So this is the same ink in these that you use for your ink pads, so you can refill them with your ink pad ink. And yeah, they are refillable, so they should last quite a while. And these are water-based, so you can do lots of, if you color with these, I didn't show a sample of this, but you can color with them and use water to pull it out, kind of like you would with a watercolor pencil. So you can use these to do kind of watercolor effects. If you color with them, they will color. You can see there's the color on that, a flat wash of color versus this. They're very similar, but this one is going to be more streaky, especially if you're coloring in different directions or something of that sort. But you can color with these. You can do brush lettering with these. I tried to show you. I do not really know how to brush letter. I used to a long time ago, but I haven't really done it in forever, and I'm just not, I don't know what I'm doing. So if you are a brush letterer, though, you will know just what you're doing, so you can brush letter with these. You can do splattering. As you can see, I splattered everywhere. That's why my cap was dirty. But that's a technique that you can do with these, where you splatter the ink from the marker onto the paper, and that can be really fun on your cards. These are also perfect for marker to stamp techniques, and there's so many ways that you can do that, but you can use the brush end of this marker and color directly on your stamp. You can, if you have a stamp and you want a bunch of different colors on the stamp, maybe you have flowers and foliage or something, you can color one part with one marker and another part with another marker. Excuse my boys, they're playing upstairs. You can also use this if you're coloring on your stamp. You can mix colors in, you can do thumping techniques, you can spray it with water and do watercolor techniques on a more solid stamp, so you can do all kinds of things. I just colored with two different color markers onto this kind of funky background stamp, and I got these two colors mixed, which I wouldn't be able to do with just an ink pad. And these are also good for coloring really tiny spaces. It's hard to color super tiny spots with the blends because marker, the ink kind of soaks into the paper and kind of splays out. And you're not going to have that, it bleeds, that's what I'm looking for, bleeds. You're not going to have that as much here. So if you're working on really small, delicate images like that, you're going to want to use your Stampin' Write markers because they're going to be a lot better at picking that up. So I hope that answers your questions and helped you to know a little bit more whether you should be focusing on Stampin' Blends or Stampin' Write markers. If you have any more questions for me, please let me know. And if you would like to see a little bit more ideas, I mean, these are just basics, there's more you can do, but if you would like more ideas or to specifically see how to do some of these techniques, please let me know. And I hope that helps you, and you guys have a good day. Find joy in creating as you spread kindness and encouragement with your scraps of paper. I'll talk to you later. Bye.